All right, I think we're ready to get started. Good. All right, so good morning, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. My name is Christina. I'm going to be leading you through your practice today. We're going to start off today just laying down on your backs. So if you want to find a way onto your backs and maybe take a few minutes, well, maybe not minutes, but a few breaths, a few seconds to really find yourself in the most comfortable position that you can find. I'll be leading you through about 60 minutes of yoga. And I want you to just start off by trying to be as comfortable as you possibly can in your bodies, on your mats, in this place, in this space. We have a very beautiful space provided to us today, so we're going to take full advantage of just letting ourselves feel comfortable, feel at home here. So maybe on your backs we start to let those feet fall open to each side. Maybe let the legs open up a little bit wider so the feet are kind of like at the bottom edges of the mat. Maybe finding a slight little baby pinch of your shoulder blades below you. Just a tiny little pinch. That's going to help open up that chest, help you breathe a little deeper, a little longer. And as soon as you find a nice comfortable space for yourself on your mat, maybe try to find a comfortable, quiet place for you in your mind. So starting to let any thoughts, anything past or future, just kind of set off to the side, just like you would your shoes or a sweater, just off to the side of your mat. We can choose to pick it up again after or leave it right here where it is. But just for the next 60 minutes of your practice, we're going to set it off to the side. Allow yourself to start to take a nice couple deep breaths in through the nose. Maybe nice long exhales through the mouth. Just really starting to let that breath fill up that whole torso with air. So from the very bottom of the belly, all the way to the very top of your chest, maybe up to those collarbones, to the throat area, full breaths. Nice soft exhales, whether it's out of the nose, out of the mouth, just letting each exhale kind of sink you in just a little bit deeper, a little bit more comfortable. Couple more breaths while you're here, and maybe allow yourself to start circulating that breath through the nose only. So those deep inhales coming in through the nose, the soft exhales being pushed out through the nose. You'll start to create like an oceanic breath, sound of the ocean with your inhales and the exhales. Belly rise, exhale, that belly falls. With your next breath, let's start to pull the knees into your chest. So just the way that sounds, knees are going to come into the belly. Maybe let the arms wrap around those shins or the knees. Give yourself a tight squeeze, tight little hug just to start. And then maybe release that grip just a little bit. Start to rotate the knees in circles. And take it really slow. Be real mindful with your movements. Allow yourself to feel every part of the low back as it presses into the mat or into the floor below you. Starting to give yourself a little low back massage. Just using the weight of our body against the floor. Taking those circles opposite directions when you're ready. And then maybe separating the knees and pulling them back together. So taking those circles opposite directions with the knees. We'll start to bring those knees to touch. Open up those arms nice and wide. So big opening with the chest, with the arms. And then softly just let those knees fall over to the left. Let your head softly fall to the right. Soft little twist on the floor here. Let's start to bring those knees back up through to center and then just off to the other side. So knees fall to the right, head falls to the left. Let's bring those knees back through to center. We're going to start to grab below the knees, and this time we're going to allow ourselves to rock, maybe 2 or 3 times. Again, use the weight of your body against the floor to kind of roll out the spine, get all those little pops and cracks out of the spine, and we'll all meet in a nice comfortable seat. So maybe crossing those legs in front of you, maybe taking a second to rock a little side to side so you can start to feel really comfortable in your sit bones on the mat. We'll just take 1 second, 1 breath, just allowing the hands to rest on top of the knees, either palms up or palms down, whatever feels like it's calling for you. Take a nice deep breath, close the eyes, or maybe just keep the eyes low. Nice soft exhale. Taking just one other moment here to take a full body scan. So I want you to start from the very top of your head. Work your way down, just taking inventory, right? Inventory, checking in with every little place. Every little place, even the little creases in the shoulders, the spaces in the hips, the space between the toes. Every little place within our bodies, we're checking in. This check-in, this check of inventory gives us time to not only just check in physically, but mentally see what we're feeling, where we're feeling it, why we're feeling it. And if we don't know the answer why, we at least know where, and we can begin our journey to figure out why we feel the things we do, where we're feeling them. It's all mindfulness for ourselves, for our bodies. So we'll take the time, as much time as we need right now and throughout our practice, just checking in. When you feel ready, let's start to take a nice deep inhale. We'll start to reach our arms out and up. You can start to flutter those eyes open and follow those arms up towards the ceiling. With the exhale, just drag those hands back down through to your heart. And then right away back off to the side. So we'll take another big sweep of those arms. So out and up, really stretching out that upper body, finding some space in the torso. And then exhale, hands back down through to the heart. We'll do that one more time, but listen here for the change. So inhale, reach those arms up. And then with the exhale this time, we're going to bring that right hand over to that left knee. That left hand's going to come right behind you like a kickstand. So you might want to just start off by bringing those left fingertips behind you so you have a nice straight spine. Really push the mat away with those left fingertips. Now with your next exhale, use the grip of that right hand to find a deeper twist, returning back towards the stadium. So nice deep inhale finds another little stretch of that spine. And the exhale maybe twists you a little bit deeper, a little further back. We'll switch it out. So arms reach out and up. And then again, switch it out. Left hand, right knee. That right hand comes behind you as that kickstand this time. Use that right hand. So push those fingertips, straighten up your spine. And then with the exhale, we'll start to find that twist. So chest, neck, head, everything's turning to the back. Maybe take another inhale, straighten up a little bit more. And exhale guides you a little deeper into that twist. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, we'll just fold it forward. So come onto those fingertips in front of you, maybe walking them forward as far as you can go. Even if it's off of the mat, Then plant the palms down, relax the head down, just fold it down. Slowly allow those hands to glide back onto the mat. We're just going to plant them right at the very top of the mat, and we're going to come onto all fours. So hands and knees. If you'd like, you can walk it back a little bit more so you're right at the center of the mat versus at the top. Kind of adjust yourself, give yourself a minute to set yourself up for success through your practice. Once you're at the top, we're going to find a nice tabletop position. So super flat back, just like you would a little table, right? Hands are right below the shoulders, knees right below the hips. And then we'll start to take it through a couple cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly down. We're going to curl the tailbone and crown up. Then exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, curve your spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, tuck the chin, curve that spine. Maybe take a little hip circles or hip drop side to side as you move through those cat-cows. So adding in any extra little movements that feel like they kind of call to your body. And really imagine, really try to over-exaggerate these movements. So if you guys are cat people, you'll know that with those cats start to do that stretch, they really pull that spine up, really tuck those tailbones under. So imagine those cat-cows and the big udders of the belly dropping with the cow position. So really over-exaggerate cat-cows as we move through it. So again, adding in any extra little things that you need to really open up that spine. We'll find our way back to a flat tabletop when you're ready. As soon as you're back in that tabletop, we're going to start to kick the right leg back behind you. So right toes start to point, then flex. Maybe circle out that right ankle, or just point and flex a couple times. So we start to, again, open up that right ankle, right hamstring a little bit, right calf. Good. Now take a nice deep inhale, start to point those right toes. And with the exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the nose as we curve the spine. So again, like that cat. Inhale, kick that right leg back, straighten the spine, point the toes. Good, exhale, knee to the nose. One more time, inhale, kick it back. Good, knee to the nose. So this time, hold it there. I want you to really pull it in towards the center of your body. And then we're just going to drop the knee down. So right in between those wrists and that left knee, drop that right knee down. Good. Now, we'll pivot that right foot off to the side, straighten up that left leg, and then reach that left arm high. We're kind of finding a nice little modified side plank. Start to circle out that left wrist. Maybe finding some nice circles with that whole left arm. So opening up that left shoulder. Big, big circles. Good. Start to reach that left arm forward. So almost like you're trying to touch the front of the room. Start to press into that left foot as you reach those left arms a little bit more. So find that length in the whole left side of the body. Good. Now exhale, bring that left hand back down. Left toes are going to come press into the mat so that left heel lifts. And then we're just going to bring that right foot back down, back to center. Now, that left leg should be lifted, left toes are curled. I really want you to press into the mat. We're going to start to kick that right leg back and up, finding a three-legged down dog. So good. So again, that pushing into the hands, left heel's pushing back, right leg is up and back behind you. Now bend into that right knee. We'll start to take some big circles with that right knee, opening up that right hip joint. You can take those circles both ways. And then when you're ready, kick that right leg straight back behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. We've done this before, just a little bit more balance involved. Inhale, kick it back. One more time, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Good, now step it all the way through so that right foot's going to come all the way up right next to that right thumb.
We'll drop that left knee down. You can choose to keep the toes curled, maybe for a little extra balance, or uncurl the toes behind you. Either way, we're going to inhale, reach those arms up. Keep that low belly tucked, so we don't want to push it too far forward. Low belly stays tucked, and then relax the shoulders down. Now, trying to keep the hips even, we're going to start to shift them forward. So that low belly stays tucked in, but the hips shift forward. I know it sounds a little crazy, but you'll feel it. Good. Now exhale, fold it down. Let's frame that right foot. Bless you. Come up off of those left knees, and then we'll step it up to the top, meet in a forward fold. This first forward fold, let's take with a little bit wider of a stance. So maybe open up the feet about the width of the mat. Grab for your elbows, sway a little bit side to side. You'll start to feel a really strong pull of the hamstrings if the legs are straight. So again, maybe this first time around, we give ourselves a nice little bend into the knees as we relax the chest down, head down. Let's let those arms come down. We'll start to heel toe those feet back together. So the big toes will touch. There's a little tiny sliver of space in the heels. And take an inhale as we lift up just halfway. Now, if you know how to get to this pose, we know it's just a half lift, straight spine. But maybe press your hands against those shins and relax the shoulders back. You'll start to find length of the neck and a little straighter spine. Exhale, release it down, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, half lift. So you come up halfway, press those shins away, and then pull the shoulders back. Exhale, release it down. Bend into the knees. Let's come all the way up. So out and up with the arms. First big stretch from heels to fingertips. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. One more time here. Let's inhale, reach those arms out and up. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale, half lift, straight spine, shoulders back. Good, release. Let's plant the hands. Step those legs back. We're going to come into a high plank for just a breath. I know these are the worst, so just one deep breath here. And then with the exhale, you can drop the knees if you need to. We're going to find a half push-up. So elbows stay pressed against those sides as we roll the shoulders up and then back. Curl up those toes, push those hips back, heels back. Let's find our down dog. Just for one breath in that down dog, so we're really pushing the mat away with the index finger and the thumb. So the main part's pressing into the mat. As those hips push back, heels push back. And then softly start to drop those knees down. We'll find our way back to that tabletop position. Hands right below the shoulders, so adjust as you need to. And then when you feel ready, we'll start to kick that left leg back. So just switch it out, Vama. Point the toes, flex the foot, circle out that ankle. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, point the toes. Exhale, bring that knee to the nose, curve the spine. Inhale, straighten up that left leg. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, straighten it out. Last one. Exhale, knee to the nose. Tuck it in a little bit tighter this time. And then again, we're dropping that knee, that left knee, just in between the wrist and that right knee. And then we'll find that nice little pivot of that left foot out to the side. Start to straighten up that right leg, planting that right foot as that right arm reaches high. Modified side plank here on the other side. Good. Start to take those circles with that right wrist, right arm if that feels good. Now slowly start to reach that right arm forward. Press into that right foot. So plant that right foot down. Reach those right fingertips forward. Find a little bit more length on that whole right side of the body. And then we'll bring everything down when you're ready. So right hand comes down. We're coming up onto those right toes, so that right heel is up. And then slowly start to pivot that left foot back in. So we're going to press the mat away and start to kick that left leg back and up. 3-legged down dog. So that left leg kicking up towards the ceiling. Bend into that left knee. Start to take circles on that left side. So good. When you're ready, kick that left leg back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, kick it back. Good, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Last one. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, extend it back. And this time, step it all the way through so that left foot's coming right next to that left thumb. Dropping the right knee down this time. You can again choose to keep those toes curled or uncurled. Inhale, reach those arms up. So keep the hips even, low belly nice and strong. When you're ready, let's exhale, start to shift those hips forward. Exhale, bring them back, and then forward fold. Curl up those back toes if they weren't already. Lift off of that back knee, and we're stepping it up to the top. Right away, big toes touch. Little space between the heels. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Bending into those knees. Let's find that big stretch. Out and up with those arms. Look up. This time we exhale, bring it all the way back down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it down. Let's plant the hands. Step it back. So we're going into that high plank. And then just for a moment, you can drop the knees or stay high as we find that half push-up to upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in that down dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Nice strong exhale, maybe through the mouth here for just one. Take it again, deep inhale. Nice strong exhale. We're breathing deep in that down dog. Then when you're ready, let's inhale, start to lift that right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step it all the way through. We'll drop that back knee down. Keep those toes curled for a little extra balance. Inhale, reach the arms up. We'll exhale, cactus the arms as we shift the hips forward. So just like we did before, keep that low belly pulled in. The hips are really the only thing that's pushing forward. Let's bring it back up. So reach those arms back up, hips right over that left knee. And then we're going to start to drop that right arm down and back as that left arm reaches forward. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach those arms up. And this time, bring it all the way back down. Let's come up off of that back knee. So lift up that left knee. And then inhale, we'll reach those arms back up. Drop that back heel down. So that back heel's going towards that back right corner. And then open it up, warrior two. So right arm reaches forward, left arm back. Now, we set ourselves up for success. I say that a lot through the practice because I really want you to focus this first round on just trying to find your ideal perfect pose. So this is different from everybody else's. It's the perfect pose in your body. So relax those shoulders down. So good. Bend deep into that right knee. So find it right over that right ankle. Pulling that low belly and little tuck of that tailbone. And look over those right fingertips. Let's flip that front palm. Reach it forward, up and then back, reverse. Let's bring our arms back to that warrior two. Strong warrior two. Then that left arm's gonna cartwheel all the way down, right next to that right foot, to lift up that right heel, and that right arm's gonna reach up. Maybe find a little half wrap on this side so that right hand's gonna flip so the thumb is towards the back. And then bend into that right elbow, reaching for that left hip crease as our gaze is still up towards the ceiling. Let's unwind. So bring it all the way back down. We're going to step this left foot up to meet the right. So all the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, fold it down. Bend into those knees. Reach those arms out and up. Come all the way up. Look up. And then we're going to grab onto that left wrist, reach it up, and then over to the right. Inhale, reach those arms back up. And then exhale, fold it all the way back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it down. We plant the hands, step it back. And this is, well, everything's optional, but especially this part. We find a half push-up to upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Back in that down dog, wiggle it out, take a couple breaths. And we'll switch it out. So when you're ready, lift up high with that left leg. Exhale, step it all the way through. Let's drop that right knee down and keep those toes curled. Then inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, hips only, push forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. With the exhale, we're shifting that left arm down and back, right arm reaches forward, so twist open to the left. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale again, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it down. Let's come off of that right knee. And then inhale when you're ready. Sweep those arms up. That back heel drops down and we open it up to that warrior two. So left arm reaches forward. Find that deep warrior, deep bend into that left knee. Relaxing the shoulders, arms sharp like knives. Flip that front palm. Reach it forward, up and then back, reverse. Keep that deep bend in that left knee. Try not to lose it. Let's cartwheel the hands down. So that right hand's cartwheeling down. Right heel lifts up and left arm starts to extend towards the ceiling. Let's find that half wrap on this side. So flip the palm, thumb towards the back, then bend into that left elbow. Good. Find that right knee, right hip. Let's unwind. Left arm reaches high and then back down. Right foot's going to come all the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it down. Bending into those knees so that we find that big, deep stretch. Arms reach out and up. This time, grab that right wrist. Reach it up and then over to the left. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, fold it all the way back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Let's plant those hands. Step it back. You always have the option to just push back right into that down dog. Or maybe we find that half push up. Rolling that chest up and through to that up dog. Pushing those hips back, heels back. Finding that down dog. Deep breath in that down dog. So take a nice deep inhale. Nice strong exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Nice strong exhale. Now we'll move breath to movement now. That means each inhale, each exhale is a different movement. It feels a little faster, feels a little easier. But remember those strong poses, those strong warriors. Strong twists. When you're ready, inhale, reach up high with that right leg, up and back. Exhale, step it through. You can choose to stay high on that back knee this time if you'd like, or just drop it down just like we did before. But when you're ready, let's inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. If you're high on that back knee, maybe sink those hips lower. If that back knee's down, hips forward. Inhale, reach those arms up. Good. Now exhale, right arm drops down and back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. Coming off of that back knee if you're down. And then finding that warrior two. So good. Flip that front palm, reach it forward, up and then back, reverse. Cartwheel that left hand down. Lift that left heel, right arm reaches high. Just here for a breath, so don't find that twist just yet. Good, right hand comes down, frame that front foot. Left leg steps up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Bend into those knees. Let's find that big stretch, out and up with those arms. Grab onto that left wrist, up, and then over to the right. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. We're going to plant the hands, step it back. This is that option again. You can find that flow, or maybe just push it back. Find that down dog. Deep breaths as you move. When you're ready, last one, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it all the way through. And you have a choice. You can drop that knee down, but when you're ready, let's sweep those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, sink it low. Inhale, arms reach up. Find that twist, left arm down and back, right arm reaches forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, find that cactus, so sink those hips low. Inhale, reach it up. And then open up right away, warrior two. Flip that front palm, reach it forward, up and then back, reverse. Bring it through back to that warrior two, and then right away, cartwheel that right hand down. Right heel lifts, left arm reaches high. Just one breath here. Left hand comes back down. Right leg steps up to meet the left. Let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it down. Bend into those knees, reach those arms out and up. Right away, grab onto that right wrist. Reach it up and then over to the left. Inhale, reach those arms back high. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it down. Let's plant the hands. Step it back. Option to flow. Or maybe we push it back to that down dog. Or we'll all meet, when you're ready, in a child's pose. So big toes will touch behind you. Those knees open up nice and wide. We'll just let those hips push back, rest on the heels as those arms reach forward. And that forehead rests down on the mat. Once you find yourself in that child's pose, I want you to bring yourself back to that moment. The moment when we first started, when we were laying down flat on our mats. When we checked in with our bodies, when we set everything off to the side. That real moment of bliss, calmness, and peace. Give that to yourself again here in this moment. Just one more deep breath here. A nice soft exhale. Let's slowly start to find our way back up to our downward facing dog. So when you're ready, hands find their way right below those shoulders, fingers spread wide. Curling up those toes, coming off of those knees, pushing those hips up and back, heels back, down dog. Let's come up super high on those tippy toes, look up between the hands, and you can bend into those knees as you tiptoe to the very top. As soon as you're at the top, let's find a half lift, press against those shins, straight spine. Exhale, release. Bend into those knees. We're reaching those arms out and up. Good. Now this time, let's open those arms up nice and wide. And I want you to start off this way, even if you know where we're going. Just follow me here. So that right arm's going to reach underneath the left. And I want you to reach for your shoulder blades. So if you have to kind of wiggle around a little bit, so you try to find those shoulder blades, super tight squeeze. And then from here, if you have a full wrap, you would want to bring the backs of the hands together. Good. Right hand's going to come closer to the nose and then around. Does that make sense? And if that feels like a lot, you can come back to that hug. You can bring the backs of the hands together just where they were. Find your comfortable little twist here with the upper body. Now that's not it. We're going to start to drop the hips back, find a little tiny chair. Come onto those right tippy toes. And then first little option is just kicking that right leg, just crossing it right over, coming onto the tippy toes on the other side. Maybe if you want to sit a little deeper, maybe cross a little bit more, lifting up those right tippy toes. Or if you have more space, maybe finding that full wrap all the way around the calf with those right toes. The deeper you sit into this squat, the easier that twist is going to be. It's our eagle pose, and it's super detoxifying because we're cutting off the circulation in a lot of those points in our body. So the point is to really press those arms into each other. The thighs press into each other. We sit a little bit deeper, so we're finding compression in the hips. When you're ready, we're going to come up, so bring that right knee up with you. And then with the exhale, so keep those arms where they are. With the exhale, kick that right leg back. Point the toes. Release the arms. Let's bring the hands all the way down. Standing L, so that right leg's up and back behind you still. Deep bend into that right knee. We're going to deep bend into the left knee. That right leg's going to step all the way back. So good. We're going to walk it off to that right long edge of the mat. Turn the toes with you. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. And you have an option here, so you can grab for your ankles. Maybe just allow that weight of the head to fall forward into this forward fold. Maybe finding a little twist, reaching for one ankle and then the other. Maybe we find stillness. Let's inhale, start to come up just halfway. Walk it back to the top of the mat. So we're going to find a low lunge with that left leg forward. And then we're just going to drop that right knee down. Uncurl the toes. We'll slowly start to heel toe that left foot off to the edge of the mat. Bring those hands to the inside. And then those left toes are going to come out just a little bit more than that heel. Now you have a few options here. This is already a lot, so if you're feeling it in this lunge, maybe you want to take it a little bit lower. You can come onto the right forearm to start. If that's feeling pretty good, you might have a little bit more space. Maybe that left forearm follows. Maybe you tried it, we hate it, come back up to the hands. Wherever you decide to be, just relax the head down. Let's slowly start to come back up. So if you're on the forearms, make your way onto the hands. And then we're going to shimmy that left foot all the way to the right side of the mat this time. So be careful for the hands. Move them out of the way as that left foot makes its way all the way to the right. Flex that left foot. So those toes are almost trying to hit that shin. That's how hard we're flexing. And then we're just going to shift it forward, coming onto that left knee. Uncurl those toes behind you. Maybe take a look back. Make sure that right leg's not all floppy behind you. And then slowly we can start to fall into our pigeon pose. So maybe stretching that right leg back a little further. Walking those hands back. So if you've seen a pigeon, right? They're like super poofy chest. So we're making that kind of pose here. Really imitating that pigeon, puffing up our chest. And then when you're ready, just fold it down. Coming onto the forearms. Maybe just staying high on the hands, but again, just relax your head down. Let's slowly start to find our way back up. So come onto the hands to start. We're really mindful of that left knee in this pigeon pose. It's a lot. So planting the hands down, we're going to curl up those right toes, lift off of that right knee, and really use that upper body strength. So we're going to lift up on off of that left knee and kick it back. Shake it out a little bit, get circulation going back into that left side. And then we'll plant it down when you're ready. So planting those toes down, pushing the hips back, heels back. Deep bend into the knees, look up between the hands. Let's walk it back to the top. So we can move a little faster this time around. We know where we're going. So let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Bend into those knees, reach those arms out and up. So we're coming all the way up. And then open up those arms. This time that left arm's coming underneath the right. So again, reach for that big hug so you can get that full twist. Or if you want to just take it all the way into that full eagle wrap. So again, the backs of the hands touch first. This time that left hand comes closer to the nose and then around. Dropping those hips down. Coming onto those left tippy toes. So first option, just cross it over. Left toes are on the right side. If you want to come a little further, bending deeper, lifting up off of that left foot. Maybe finding that full wrap all the way around. Just try to focus here to keep a nice deep breath flowing. Pressing into those arms, pressing into those thighs. Maybe sit a little deeper, one more breath. And we'll slowly start to unwind just the legs. Bring that left knee up and then kick it back. Ooh, almost lost my balance. Deep bend into the right knee this time. Drop those hands down. Good, maybe bend a little deeper into that right knee as we step that left leg back. Good, let's find that wide-legged forward fold over to the other side this time. So long left edge of the mat. Inhale, find that half lift, straight spine, shoulders back. Exhale, release it down, forward fold. Little yogi free time here, so take whatever feels good in these forward folds. These are my favorite poses, and they're my favorite poses because it has a lot of options with the forward fold. You have a lot of different things you can do. You can find stillness, you can find movement, rock a little side to side, find a twist, find an inversion if you're feeling crazy. Bending into the knees, maybe side to side. And again, it's my favorite pose because there's so many different options and it fits every body. Every body can find a nice comfortable place in this fold. So take this time to find yours. What feels right? Let's slowly start to come back up just halfway. Walk it back to the top. Find that low lunge right leg forward this time. And then just drop that left knee down. Uncurl those toes behind you. Right foot's going to heel toe all the way to the edge. And then again, those toes a little further than the heel. Finding your depth on this side might be a little different than the other. So maybe we're just high on the hands on this side. Or again, if you want to find maybe the left forearm down first. Maybe the right feels okay. slowly start to come back onto the hands if you're on those forearms. And then that right foot's going to heel toe all the way to the left this time. So we're finding that pigeon pose all the way to the left. And then again, before you start to push forward on that right knee, flex that right foot super, super strong. That's going to protect that knee joint. Take a look back at that left leg. So if you see my foot's like kind of all floppy, just straighten it out a little bit. And then when you're ready, that's when you start to find that poofy pigeon chest, super proud pigeon. And then when you're ready, fold it down onto the forearms. Maybe relax the head down. One more breath here. And we'll slowly start to find our way back up. Bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to come out of this one a little bit different. So we're going to let ourselves fall over to that right hip, and then we're just going to swing that left leg forward. So plant that left foot down and then straighten out that right leg, shake it out, get some circulation going back in that right leg. Maybe bounce it up and down on the mat. Okay. And then we're just going to plant that right foot down. Heel toe those feet together. So again, big toes touch, little space between the heels. Grabbing below the knees, I want you to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. We'll slowly start to come up off of the feet. Maybe the tippy toes just kind of graze on top of the mat, or maybe you want to bring them all the way up. Now this is already kind of a lot. If you're feeling it, you can just stay here. If you want to take it just a little bit further, you can start to reach those fingers forward. So again, keeping the shoulders back, chest is high, heart is lifted. Take one more deep breath here. Nice strong exhale. Then when you're ready, we'll slowly start to roll it all the way onto our backs. Take your time. Last person to touch the mat wins. I don't know what yet, but you win. All right, once you're on your back, let's plant those feet down and start to walk those heels back as far back as you can get them. So we're really trying to bring those heels to the sit bones. The knees and the feet are going to remain about hips width distance. Probably can't see me anymore with your head back, but just take a look at your thighs. Make sure they're about hip width distance. Those feet and heels are right behind the thighs. Hands plant down at your side, palms face down. And then when you feel ready, we'll start to push the feet into the mat as you lift the hips up. As soon as those hips come up, we're going to start to walk the shoulder blades closer together. So just like that sounds, one by one, shoulder blades come a little closer, and we start to press a little bit more into the shoulders on the mat. You can try to find your hands below you, maybe binding the fingers and reaching the fists towards the ankles. That'll give you a tighter little pinch of the shoulder blades below you. When you feel ready, let's slowly roll it down. Release the grip on the hands if you have it. And then just windshield wipe those knees side to side. We'll do it one more time when you're ready. So let's meet back at center. These back bends are super energetic. So if you have a lot going on today at the end of your practice, don't take your mind there yet. Just if you know that you have things to do, let's give this one a little extra. So again, planting the feet down, maybe walk them back a little further, hands plant down next to you, and then take a nice breath, start to reach those hips up, press those feet down. Maybe use that muscle memory this time as you walk the shoulder blades a little closer. Maybe find the bind of the hands below you, pressing those thumbs, fingers towards the ankles. A little extra twist here. Maybe if you can come onto the right toes, lift that right heel. Just see what that feels like. Maybe see if you can even reach that right leg forward or up towards the ceiling. If it comes up, try to lift those hips up a little higher. So good. And then switch it out. So right leg comes down, left leg switches out. So left toes, heels all the way up. Let's bring it down. And then when you feel ready, bring those hips all the way down. Take it slow. Take your time. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Maybe reach for the outer edges of the feet. Or if that's kind of out of reach, you can reach behind the knees, bend those knees and pull them into your side. It's a little happy baby pose, a little modified or full happy baby, whatever that feels like for you. Rock just side to side and just like you started. Just feel your body out. Feel the weight of your body pressing into the mat or the floor below you. We'll hold on to just that right knee or just that right foot, whatever you have a grip on the right side. And we're going to let go of the left. Let that left leg just slide all the way down. So we're coming into like a half happy baby. With that left hand, we're going to reach over and try to find that right knee. Just the knee. Letting that grip go with the right hand. Let that left hand guide that right knee across the body, over to the left. You can open up that right arm, so extend it open wide, or maybe cactus that right arm as you let that right knee just fall over. Wherever it falls, it's exactly where it needs to be. Nice soft twist. Let's bring it back through to center. So to reset, we have to find that happy baby one more time. So bring the knees back up and in. Maybe again reaching below the knees or reaching to the outer edges of the feet for a full happy baby. So we're holding on to both feet again. Good. And then we're going to switch it out. So keep that left leg exactly where it is. Release the grip on the right. So let that right leg slide down the mat. Half happy baby. We're going to let that right hand come across the body. Look for that left knee. Then release the grip with that left hand. Let it open up wide or fall to the side as you bring that left knee across the body, over to the right. Your head can fall over to the left. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Fall into the twist. Wherever you land is exactly where you're supposed to be.
I'm 100 different pieces, a million reasons in a single knot. You're the field of engineering, sunlight, give me all you've got. There's no love in the ground for me, so I kept all this
When you feel ready, let's bring it back through to center. So bring those knees back up. Let's reset. But this time, bring the knees into the chest. Let your hands wrap around the shins. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze here. Big, big hug. And we'll find ourselves back where we started. Full circle. When you feel ready, start to allow those legs to slide down the mat. Arms will find that nice safe place at your side. And just like you did, just like we started, finding our most comfortable position that we possibly can. Maybe those feet fall open to each side. Maybe you allow your mouth to open and close a couple times, relax that jaw. Allowing yourself to find that place of quiet and peace. All of our thoughts, worries, past and future, they're still off to the side. So allow yourself to be completely present, completely here for one last moment of your practice.
It's our final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow yourself to come back softly and slowly with maybe a nice deep breath in through the nose. Maybe a gentle sigh out of the mouth. And adding in maybe any extra little movements that feel comfortable or safe to start. Maybe the fingers and the toes. Maybe circling out those wrists and ankles. Or maybe allowing yourself to find that full body stretch, reaching those arms up above you, pointing the toes, lifting that little tiny space in the low back. So stretching so far, so deep, you lift the low back up. And then find yourself curled into a tiny little ball and roll over to one side. Let your forearm be your pillow. Find security and safety and comfort just with what you have here. When and if you feel ready, you'll start to come back up to a nice comfortable seat. Maybe just let your eyes stay closed or low to the mat. And again, finding your hands on top of your knees, palms up, maybe palms down. And taking just one more moment of your day to check in. Take that full body scan, take inventory, and if you can do it without judgment, maybe compare yourself to this full body scan versus the one we did when we first started. See if there's any difference there. Check in with all of those tiny little spots, those creases of the shoulders, spaces in the hips, even those tiny little spaces between the toes. When we start to dedicate more time to focusing on how we feel, where we're feeling it, and the most important question, why, we start to become more mindful of ourselves. We start to become more mindful of others, knowing that they are holding things in their tiny little spaces as well. We become kinder to not only ourselves, but those that we interact with. And when we start to do that, we give off this trickling effect, this domino effect that allows them to become more mindful of others they react to, and it comes back just like our practice in full circle. So be mindful to yourself. It all starts with you. Let's bring our hands together at your heart. Let those thumbs come into the sternum. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Nice gentle sigh out of the mouth. Thank you all so much for joining me with your practice this morning. My name again is Christina, and if you have any questions, I'll be hanging out, so please come see me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you, our team back there, for getting us all set up. Thank you so much, guys. Have a beautiful day.